Hi everyone, Sherman Chin here, and today I'm going to give you a quick update on my 2 week ownership of my Anthurium Fort Sherman, which you can see right in front of me. And you can see as well the leaves of my Anthurium Fort Sherman is getting much darker compared to my last video in which I got the Anthurium Fort Sherman in the nursery um, called Plant a Plant by Joshua. I bought it from him for about I think it was nearly 50 US dollars, right? And this is a genuine Anthurium Fort Sherman that I think he paid about 1,000 US dollars for at the Bangkok plant show. So today you can see, well, actually, um, my Fort Sherman, I call him my little Sherman, has this little new growth, right? This new growth that has come out for about 2 days now. So I'm really excited. I noticed the growth in like 3 days ago, but then you really could see like the separation like 2 days ago, and it's been like sprouting out. As you can see here, the leaves have made a really nice like formation here for the launch, like the Thunderbird launch. Like have a little rocket about to launch, and the hangar doors are open just for him to launch, especially with the light there. So you can see the reason why it's in this formation is because it wants to get as much light as possible. And of course, I've put my Fort Sherman in this triple cup semi-hydro setup, which I'm going to talk about a bit more, but I'll just show you guys how I've got on the environment. The ambience here is just right next to the window of my room. So you can see the amount of light my little Fort Sherman is getting, and why he's the way he is, right? He's getting really dark. Okay, I'm gonna bring him up closer right now, okay, so that you guys can have a look. All right, the room is a bit messy here, but I want to show you guys like how it looks close up. You can see that the leaves are actually very velvety. So I'm gonna show you guys like behind here. Okay, so behind you can see like there's a bit of a glow here. I'm not sure if you guys can see. This is very reminiscent of the Papillilaminum anthurium, right? This is a subspecies of the anthurium, which is the Papillilaminum, which grows naturally in Panama, right? And this Fort Sherman is actually found near the Fort Sherman, the American Fort Sherman military base, and that's why it's named Fort Sherman. Okay, the founder J. Vanini, he found it near the Fort Sherman base. Okay, so he named it Fort Sherman. You can see there's a bit of structural damage. I guess when the plant was growing, it's not a big deal. I got a plant like this. So this new leaf is the only one. This new leaf is the only one that is grown under my care. So it has just been 2 weeks, and you can see that the leaf is already out. So it's kind of amazing. Let's zoom in on the little leaf here. Okay, you can see that it has grown from the stem. Okay, and the petiole is the like sort of like the shoot that comes up from the stem all the way to the leaf is a bit red in color. Okay, let's zoom in a bit more. Okay, you can see that the stem base, that's where the old stem base where the leaf has come out, right, has a bit of skin there that hasn't dropped off. That's actually quite common for Anthurium Fort Sherman, and it's a bit transparent. Then you can see the leaf that's coming out like a rocket right now. Okay, so here are some features that I will talk about the Anthurium Fort Sherman that will tell you that it's a real Anthurium Fort Sherman. First, it has this little lobes that are a bit triangular, I would say. It's not full triangular, it's a bit small, okay, and you can actually see that the leaves themselves has a bit of a bulat texture. Okay, what I mean by bulat texture is that it pops out a bit. Okay, you can see that it's popping, right? So it has this sort of texture underneath. You can actually have a look at it as well. See, so the reason why it has this sort of like pop-ups from the leaf is because the water, or rather not the water, sorry, the leaf itself, the cells of the leaf absorbs the water and then expands at different rates. So the rate of expansion on the leaf cells exceed like the containing veins, so they sort of like pop up, right? So you can actually have a quick nice look at the veins here, and also of course of the texture itself. It's actually very velvety. So the reason why it's velvety is because it has this little photo sensitive cells, as you can see, that reflects light, that makes it velvety. So it helps to pick up light, especially in the dense forest floor. Okay, and as before, you can also see, oops, there we go. So underneath the leaf, okay, let's just go underneath the leaf, right? Underneath the leaf here, you can see that it's more, wait, I don't want to turn it the wrong way. Okay, so underneath the leaf here, you can see that it has all this sort of like stomata for it to breathe, and as well as sort of like some crystallinum shine on it, and this will allow the light to reflect from the bottom, because this plant tends to grow, it likes to climb trees, so it can get light from the bottom. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom out a bit. Okay, so next I'm gonna show you guys like the, okay, let me just show you guys the leaves first. Yeah, the other leaves, so you guys can see the other leaves. It only has 4 leaves right now. Okay, so these leaves are actually quite young, so the young leaves don't have that reflective material underneath so much. You can see that it's not as reflective as the big leaf. This one is getting bigger, so this is probably the youngest one, so you don't see as much of the reflectiveness here. Okay, and then I'm gonna show you guys the underside, but before that I'm just going to talk a bit about the shape as well. So what sets the Fort Sherman papillaminum apart is that it has this elongated spear-like shape, right? You can see like a spear-like shape. It does look like an alien bunny with that 2 ears, but they have short earlobes. Okay, so it's more an alien bunny with a long face and short earlobes, right? I think this one has the best look of them all. So you can have this look. So when it grows up, it will look something like this, but it would have more pronounced veins, right? I mean this one, sorry, this one. So this one has the very cute look that looks like a smaller version of the adult. You can see here, it has the whole bulat texture, the 2 earlobes, and then the elongated, but you can see a bit of bend here, right? So it gives it like a face shape, right? So the bend there, you see, is like a cheek. You see this bend on my finger here, so it has that little bend there. It gives it a little alien face look, and 2 ears, right? So it looks like alien bunny. I like to call it my little Sherman alien bunny. So this one's like a bit damaged leaf, that's why it doesn't have that shape. But this is an older leaf, as you can see, it gets elongated like this, but also some damage, and the lobes are not as pronounced, and it doesn't have that face bend. You can see the bend starts here, but it's not as pronounced, right, as say even this one. This one has the bend right over here. Wait, let me show you guys the bend over here. You can see, but it's not as nice as this one. This one, I think this leaf, this particular one, has that perfect shape where it bends at the correct angle and gives it the alien bunny look. Okay, alien bunny look. So next I will just speak a bit about the texture, setup that I put it in. So basically you can see the roots in here, right? So this actually came from the cellar, right? But it has holes at the bottom. Okay, you guys can see the holes here. You can see a bit of the green there, which are the green fertilizer balls that I bought. So you can also see like these are the roots. So you can see that the roots are not rotting. That's the reason why you want to put it in a transparent cup. And also you keep it with sort of this perlite mix, perlite, orchid bark, and I would say some charcoal and also some lacquer in there to keep it really airy. But because of this, it doesn't have the ability to keep nutrients stored in this too airy kind of mixture. That's why below I have cocoa peat and some compost so that the roots will come up through the holes here. As you can see it, where's the one with the where it's coming out. Okay, you can see this one. I think, is it this one? No, not this one. Is it this? Let's just have a quick look and see where the one with the roots are coming out. Yeah, it's this one. You can actually see the root here. Okay, just let me zoom in so that you can see the root. Okay, I'm trying to get the camera focus. See that root? It's coming out right there, right? So when it comes out, it will go right into the soil here where I have put the compost mix as well as the fertilizer balls, right? Then when I put it on top of it, okay, you can just press it in to get that connection or not. And then underneath it, you can see the lacquer balls or ceramide balls where I put the water in, okay? So the water will go to the holes of the second cup, and then it will wick up to the main cup where my little Fort Sherman Anthurium is in, right? And that's how I keep my Anthurium Fort Sherman so healthy. You can see the little guy is about to launch here. It's so cute. It's like a little rocket about to launch, and the formation just makes it cuter, right? So yeah, that is my Anthurium Fort Sherman review. Okay, so okay, I actually didn't give my personal opinion so much about the plant yet. I would say that I really love this Anthurium Fort Sherman. I bought it because of my for the namesake. Okay, my name is Sherman, and this is Anthurium Fort Sherman. So this is the only plant that's named after me, but well, it's not really named after me, but it's named after the Fort Sherman. But still, the name is similar, and I actually bought it just because of the name, but I've fallen in love with this plant because it's just so robust. You can see it's such a strong plant. It grows so healthily. The green is such a deep colored dark green, and at first I thought it was kind of boring, but now that I learned how to appreciate the look of it, the alien bunny look of it, I really like it. I really like the whole alien bunny look of it. And also, of course, you can see that it's really strong. It's using its stem here to project all these petioles, and these petioles are actually moving these leaves, those huge leaves, to the light. So they are using like sort of like, they are not very strong internally, as you can see, but they use their sort of like fiber strength, right? So I find that really impressive, and how it manages to move those giant leaves and face it towards the sun, because obviously when I first got it, it wasn't facing the sun till I put in this location here, and that's how it's managed to keep facing the sun now. And of course I got this leaf that is a bit wonky, so I need to place it up, but yeah, this is how it looks. So overall, I think this Anthurium Fort Sherman has really impressed me. It can actually grow to like really large sizes, the size of my head. So the leaf should be able to reach the size of my head, and I look forward to that happening. Alright guys, thank you so much. If you like this channel, please do like, subscribe, and click that notifications bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Use the links down below to help support the channel. Take care now. Bye.